Okay, so let's see if we can practice and work on doing the same thing. So what I've got here is a trinomial, and I'm going to factor it. So I'm going to start by giving myself two parentheses. We know we have an x to start with because we have x squared. And now I need two numbers that multiply to get me 44, but add to get me 15. Okay, and if you can't think about, like if you have trouble with thinking about these just from memory, if you're not super up on your multiplication facts, you can write out a list like we did in the first one. So set some numbers that multiply to get me 44 would be 1 and 44, 2 and 22, 4 and 11. Those are all the ones I can think of. And do any of these add to get me 15? Yeah, 4 and 11. So I can do plus 4 and plus 11. And this would be my factored version. If you wanted to check it, you could double distribute it and see if you got this original problem, which we would. You also, just so that you know, can rewrite this the opposite order, and it means the same thing because I can rewrite multiplication in different orders and it means the same thing, right? We all know that 2 times 4 equals 8 and 4 times 2 equals 8, right? So I can reorder these factors and I'm going to get the same answer. Okay, let's try another one. Here I need two numbers that multiply to get me 36, but add to get me 37. Two numbers that multiply to get me 36, but add to be 37 would be 36 and 1. So this would be my factored version of that trinomial. Okay, not awful. All right, next we're going to do something a slight different. If you notice, these first problems we are working with, all of the terms are positive. We're just adding. Now we're going to see what changes when I have subtraction. All right, so start off the same way. Two numbers that multiply to get me 12, in this case negative 12, but add to get me negative 4. Okay, so I like to just start off by thinking about numbers that multiply to get 12. So 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. What can I do with a set of these numbers to get me a negative 12? That means one of them has to be negative and the other positive, okay? But I also need them to add to negative 4. So which one could I do that with? How about the 2 and the 6? I could do a negative 6 and a positive 2, right? Negative 6 times 2 would get me negative 12, and negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. This would be my factored version. Let's take a look at this guy. This one, what can we do? Looking for two numbers that add to get me negative 3, but multiply to negative 28. How about 7 and 4? 7 times 4 is 28, and negative 7 plus 4 gets me negative 3. So this could be my factored version.